Hello everyone. So we know what is a solution. A solution is a homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. That is, a solution is formed by the mixing up of solute and solvent. So in a solution, if only two components will exist, such type of solution can be taken as a binary solution. So what is a binary solution? A solution in which only two components will exist. So one of the component is solute, the other component is called the solvent. So if both solute and solvent both exist in the liquid state, if both solute as well as solvent exist in the liquid state, such type of solution can be taken as a binary solution containing two individual liquids. So for such kind of binary solution, we are going to study one of the law called Raoult's law. Raoult's law. So before going to explain, before going to study the statement of this Raoult's law, we will know or we will take the solute and solvent in the liquid state. Solute and solvent. So this A is nothing but the solute exists in the liquid state and B is the solvent exists in the liquid state. So by the mixing up of these two liquids, we are going to get one of the solution called AB. So this solution AB is nothing but the solution obtained by the mixing up of liquid solute A and the liquid solvent B. So individually, we will consider the liquid A. It is the solute liquid A, and this liquid A is taken separately, and we will measure the pressure of this liquid A in the pure state. So before going to mix this liquid A with the liquid B, we will measure the pressure of this liquid A individually, separately, so that the value of liquid A obtained in the pure state is found to be P naught A. And if we take liquid B separately and we will also measure the pressure of the liquid B individually, separately in the pure state, it is found to be P naught B. So after mixing these two liquids, we are going to get a solution called AB. AB is called the solution. In this solution state, the partial pressure of liquid A is found to be PA. PA is the partial pressure of liquid A in the solution. And in the same way, in this solution, we will measure the pressure of the liquid B. In the solution state, it is found to be PB. And let XA be the mole fraction of liquid A and XB is the mole fraction of liquid B. So by considering all these, we are going to explain the Raoult's law in terms of vapor pressure. So what is the statement of Raoult's law? So Raoult's law can be defined as the partial pressure of liquid, individual liquid, the partial pressure of each component, it may be either liquid A or liquid B. So we will consider one of the component. For that we are explaining the Raoult's law. According to Raoult's law, the partial pressure of each component in the solution state PA is directly proportional to its mole fraction. That is, partial pressure of liquid A in the solution state is directly proportional to the mole fraction of liquid A in the solution state. Similarly, the partial pressure of liquid B in the solution state is directly proportional to its mole fraction, that is XB, where PA is the partial pressure of liquid A in the solution state and XA is the mole fraction of liquid A or the solubility of liquid A in the solution state. Similarly, PB is the mole fraction of liquid B in the solution state and XB is the mole fraction or solubility of liquid B in the solution state. So according to Raoult's law, the partial pressure of each component in the solution state is directly proportional to its fraction. So by removing the proportionality sign, we will introduce one of the constant, that is PA is equal to P naught A into XB. So where P naught is the proportionality constant, which is also known as the pressure of the individual liquid in the pure state. Pa is the pressure of liquid A in the pure state. So similarly, to remove this proportionality sign, Pb is equal to P naught B into XB. So where Pb is the pressure of the liquid B in the solution state and P naught B is the pressure of the individual liquid in the pure state, and XB is the mole fraction of the liquid B in the solution state. Okay, so based on this, we are going to explain the Raoult's law. So this Raoult's law is applicable for a binary solution containing two individual liquids. According to this Raoult's law, we are going to take the pressure of the individual liquids in the solution state as Pa is equal to P naught A into Xb and Pb is equal to P naught B into Xb. So what is the statement of Raoult's law? Raoult's law can be stated as the partial pressure of individual liquid in the solution state is directly proportional to its mole fraction, or the partial pressure of each component in the solution state is directly proportional to its mole fraction. Okay, so that is nothing but the statement of Raoult's law. Next, we will study the different types of binary solutions. So binary solutions can be classified into two categories, mainly two categories. So what are the two different types of binary solutions? The first one, binary solutions can be classified into two categories. The first one is called the ideal solution. Ideal solution. And the second one is called the non-ideal solution. So what is ideal solution? A solution, a binary solution containing two liquids which follow Raoult's law under all conditions of temperature and concentration. That means, what is the ideal solution? A solution which obeys Raoult's law under all conditions of temperature and concentration. Such kind of solution can be taken as an ideal solution. That means, it is obeying Raoult's law. So, any solution which obeys Raoult's law can be taken as ideal solution. A solution which obeys Raoult's law under all conditions of temperature and concentration can be taken as ideal solution. And what is a non-ideal solution? A solution which do not obey Raoult's law. So, if any solution it is not obeying Raoult's law under all conditions of temperature and concentration, so such kind of solution can be taken as a non-ideal solution. So, what is ideal solution? A solution which obeys Raoult's law under all conditions of temperature and concentration. So, and what is a non-ideal solution? A solution which do not obey Raoult's law under all conditions of temperature and concentration. Next, give an example for an ideal solution. Example for ideal solution is benzene and toluene. Benzene and toluene. And N-hexane and N-heptane. Chlorobenzene, bromobenzene. So all those are nothing but methanol, ethanol. So all those are nothing but examples of ideal solution which obey Raoult's law. And examples of non-ideal solutions are HCl, water, HNO3, water, ethanol, water, etc. So these are nothing but the examples of non-ideal solution which do not obey Raoult's law, and these are nothing but the examples of ideal solution which obey Raoult's law. So what are the differences between ideal and non-ideal solutions? So ideal and non-ideal. So differences between ideal and non-ideal solutions. The first difference is it obey Raoult's law under all conditions of temperature and concentration. Here it do not obey, does not obey Raoult's law under all conditions of temperature and concentration. Next, the second difference is during the mixing up of two individual liquids, liquid A and liquid B. So if we mix these two, after the formation of solution by the mixing of these two liquids, there is no heat change produced. That means delta H of mixing will be equal to 0 in case of ideal solution. Initially, before mixing and after mixing, the heat will remain constant. Such kind of solution can be taken as ideal solution, in which delta H of mixing is equal to 0. That means no heat change is produced during the mixing of the two liquids to form a solution. So in case of non-ideal solution, the value of delta H of mixing is not equal to 0. Why it is not equal to 0? So during the mixing up of the two individual liquids to form a solution, there may be increase in the volume, increase in the heat change or decrease in the heat produced. So because of that reason, delta H of mixing not equal to 0. Next, the third difference is delta V of mixing is equal to 0. What is the meaning of that? The volume does not get changed by the mixing up of the two individual liquids to form a solution. So here, delta V of mixing not equal to 0. That means the volume, it may get increased or it may get decreased by the mixing up of the two liquids to form a solution. And the fourth difference is the intermolecular force of attraction in the individual liquids between the particles. So will be same as that of the intermolecular force of attraction present in the solution. Okay, so intermolecular force of attraction will remain same in case of liquids, individual liquids, as well as in case of solution. So but in case of non-ideal solution, the intermolecular force of attraction in individual liquids is different from that of the intermolecular force of attraction present in the solution. So these are nothing but the main important differences between ideal and non-ideal solutions. So what are ideal solutions? A solution which obeys Raoult's law under all conditions of temperature and concentration can be taken as ideal solution. What is non-ideal solution? A solution which do not obey Raoult's law under all conditions of temperature and concentration. So what are the differences between these two? Ideal solution obeys Raoult's law, non-ideal solution do not obey Raoult's law. So in case of ideal, delta H of mixing is equal to 0, and in case of non-ideal, delta H of mixing not equal to 0. So in case of ideal, delta V of mixing is equal to 0. Here, delta V of mixing not equal to 0. So the fourth difference is the intermolecular force of attraction of the individual liquids will be same as it of the intermolecular force of attraction present in the solution. So in case of non-ideal solution, the intermolecular force of attraction of the individual liquids is different from that of the intermolecular force of attraction present in the solution. So those are the differences between ideal and non-ideal solutions.